Hello and welcome. My name is Steve Pollitt, President, International Resources. We offer executive and business consulting services. This is video 2 of the series on how to use Calliflower, the conference call system. Part 2 is for conference call hosts, those people that are hosting conference calls, those that are interested in hosting a conference call in the future. We're going to start right in on this training. You must have an account set up to host a call. That's an account with Calliflower. Account activation is covered in part 1 of this video training series. Now, if you're a host, the primary benefits of using Calliflower is you can see who's on the call. There's an easy mute on and off that can be applied to all registrants in the call or applied selectively so that you can activate, for example, co-host for a call. I really like the next feature, which is you can acknowledge a question at your convenience, because participants can use the raise your hand feature to indicate that they have a question. There's a standard chat feature in the application which allows participants to ask questions using the chat feature and interact with other participants. Very important, there's a quick access for non-registered participants. The quick access is something that we're going to cover through demonstration later on in this training, since you need to know how to provide the quick access number and PIN code to your invited participants. For illustration purposes, I'm going to use a sample conference call that I'm setting up for a Facebook group. Speaking of Facebook, you are invited to connect with me on Facebook, www.stevefacebook.com, and follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Steve Pollitt. I look forward to connecting with you on Facebook, connecting with you on Twitter, and of course, connecting with you on conference calls. This is the home page for Calliflower. That's calliflower.com. Let me move the screen up right there. You can see it, www.calliflower.com. And I've already registered for an account. If you haven't, you can use the sign up screen. It takes about 30 seconds to register for an account. So I'm going to log into my account, and you can see that it asks for 2 pieces of information, which I'm now going to provide, and go from there. Okay, now we're into the main screen after login, and what I'm going to do at this point is demonstrate how we first create a call, which is actually fairly simple. Okay, so at this point, emphasizing that we're in the create a call screen, I've gone ahead and provided some basic information: Calliflower training call, agenda, instructions for conference call hosts. Now, for purposes of this call, I've set up a very limited time frame. Today happens to be September the 12th. And I'm going to set up a call that lasts for about 10 minutes, as I don't want this particular training call to be available to the public for any length of time. However, I am demonstrating that I'm clicking this as a public conference call. So at the bottom of the screen, which you're now able to see very easily, is create the call, and I'm going to click on that, and so now my call is created. So we're still in the create a call screen, and at step 2, where we can import and invite participants. Now, if you have an address book, like with Plaxo or Contact, or a contact manager, you may be able to import select email addresses from that contact manager software. For purposes of this training, I'm focusing on Facebook, where a group has been created. In that case, you're going to have to message the group with the information for your Calliflower call. And in a minute, I'm going to show you how to get that information. But before we leave this screen, I want you to know that you can add in email addresses right here for the invite if you would like. And you also have the information on the shareable link to this conference. So that's the URL for this specific conference, which you can also use for invitation purposes. So now I'm in the All Calls tab, and you can see that the call that I just set up, Cauliflower Training Call, is visible. I also have another call that is scheduled for next week, but I want to focus on this particular example, and let's go to the view that call screen. I am Steve Pollitt. Video training for conference call hosts using Calliflower conferencing system is taking about 14 minutes. There's a 10-minute limit on YouTube, so I'm pausing this particular training at this point, and we'll continue in the next video.